Welcome to KocoSports. I am the huge one, a kid idiot, Dave Koco from Wrestle AM, a podcast exclusively on YouTube, KocoSports. We also stream every single day on Twitch and YouTube as KocoSports. And this is a Monday Magic episode final review. Also with a little bit of pro wrestling news. I'll be there tonight at Cork and Hall, so expect another review from actually being there live. And as always, the most important part is you. Win, loss, or tie, what did you think? I feel Monday Magic as a whole is a win. It is the season finale. We thought maybe it was the finale forever, but they did make an announcement that we'll talk about a little bit later. And I feel like it saved Jake Lee's career. I feel like it saved Pro Wrestling Noah being positive. I think the Kawasaki show had a big factor in that, and hopefully Pro Wrestling Noah can learn from its mistakes and improve upon the good stuff. But overall, I'm giving it a win, but the semi-main event was probably one of the worst fucking matches in a long time, especially it's the worst match in Magic history by far. Let's just keep it there. And the main event is amazing on paper, but has to bounce back from a dead crowd. So it's very, very interesting situation. I got to talk to someone that runs events there, and I pitched to him, hey, Monday Magic should be weekly. You should sell season tickets. It should be amazing. And even though New Japan is trying to make everyone work together, a lot of fans that are not English speakers and a lot of fans that are not New Japan loyalists do not want to work with New Japan. And I'm one of those fans. It's like, all right, we're all going to work together. It's going to be great. Mo money, mo spoilers. You ruined one company. Why ruin all the companies? Hopefully they learn from their mistakes, but tonight was a huge mistake. But the first four matches, Shinjuku Face was popping. It was going absolutely crazy, and I was super happy. All right, let's break this down match by match. It starts off with the Mummies doing comedy. The one thing about Pro Wrestling Noah is I love Pro Wrestling Noah because you can feel in the room if the comedy's not getting over. Like if there's comedy, they laugh. But then there's like a line, they're like, we had enough of this. And they tested that line with the Mummies, and I thought after the first night, they really nailed it, and people enjoyed it. Huxley and Thatcher do get the win. One of the great Mummies looked Italian, but hey, maybe that was just me. Next, you got the 8-man tag team match. You got Tanaka, ECW legend. You got Titus Alexander. I want to know more about him. He's like, Koco, watch this. I think that man can drop kick the moon. He can fly. Alejandro, hopefully he feels better, was there and had a great match. And of course, Teriyaki, who the Noah fans are absolutely falling in love. They got the good-looking guys. You got Tadasuke, Yohei, LJ Cleary, and Jake Lee. Jake Lee wins with a big boot, and I feel Jake Lee's career, like a lot of people, when they critique stuff, they want to be right. A lot of people, when they critique stuff, they just want to be evil and fun. Like, I love this corporation, not the other corporation. I said I hated this guy, so I have to hate him forever. I think this guy critiqued, so it equals hate. No, I was super happy because Jake Lee went from, who is this guy? Why the fuck is he the champ? Boo, to fucking dead as can be Kawasaki. And this is probably, and I've been to a lot of Pro Wrestling Noah events, this is probably the most positive people have been towards Jake Lee. And I was proud, and I'd love to see him fucking improve, and I'd love to see him go 1v1 against people that attack him. I always said that Jake Lee, if you don't keep attacking him, his matches are boring as fuck. They made him sexy taker. They made him more of a leader, more of a coach. And overall, it was great to see someone be villainized, hated, not cared about, the downfall of a company, to look at we're cheering now. So Jake Lee had his moment. I think he bowed and winked at me, but maybe that was just me. I'm still not a fan of the name Good Looking Guys. I don't think I ever will be. But LJ Cleary is amazing. Jake Lee really turned his career around. And Yohei has always been fantastic. And Tadasuke, I mean, he's there. But overall, I just want to point out how much the fan base in this building loved Jake Lee. and how much he was hated earlier in the year. So it is an interesting situation to see him turn around. And I will bust balls on promotions, bookers, wrestlers, but when they do good, I want to have a genuine voice. I have to give them props. I think too many people on the internet, they just the life in general, humans, they want to have an opinion and they don't want to change it, or they critique stuff with hatred. I'm going to critique this other company while I'll never watch that company and hate it. It's just silly. It's just silly. So Jake Lee, this was probably I don't know about his best performance in ring, but his best reception. And people absolutely loved him. It was a joy. It was fun. Next, you have the women's tag team. I don't know much about these women. I only been watching them on Pro Wrestling Noah. I do think they should get more women from TJPW, but they're slowly but surely bringing out the women's division. I think they tried to Disney us early in the year. They're like, oh, if you don't like women, you're a fucking evil guy. Ooh. And they're like, no, we do like women. Just get the women that are under contract already. And they're like, oh. Like, I never met a Japanese Pro Wrestling Noah fan that was anti-women. So for them to go to the Disney route seemed kind of fucking weird. But yeah, these women did a great job. Yumasaki and Takahashi, apologize if I'm mispronouncing their names, win over Nakajima and Nozaki. And I want to see more of Nozaki. And overall, I really enjoyed this match. Next, you got the 6-man tag match. Fans still going crazy. You got Soya. There's a Keno problem, but we'll get into that in a second. Soya, Kitamiya, and Daiki Inabe come out, and then here comes Keno. And the Keno problem right now is, A, he's friends with everybody, and B, like, Jake Lee, Soya, like, a lot of people love Keno so much that, like, Soya comes out and like, Soya, Soya, Soya. And then Keno comes out and like, who the fuck is Soya? Keno is the heart and soul of the company, and a lot of people really believe in him. So it'll be interesting to see what they do at 1-2 and moving forward. And they have to pick his opponents wisely. Then he teams up with Dragon Gate. I'm a huge Dragon Gate fan, but I don't get to watch it as much. I'm going to try to make that a thing where next year I'm going to go to more events in different companies. Yeah, Kota Minora and Ben K. Ben K was absolutely hilarious and stole the show, and he even wanted to hug at the end with Keno, and Keno just left them standing, and I forgot how much I miss Dragon Gate. The Dragon Gate guys, I don't know, they're just... Dragon Gate is something special, and I fell out of love with it. And I heard all Japan's making a comeback. So next year, I'm going to probably expand into more and more groups because, I don't want to complain about the same companies over and over. I want to see what else the world has to offer. All right, tag team match. I honestly thought after the 6-man Keno, the place was so fucking hot. I believe at this time, they already announced Muda. Muda's girl will be unmasking. Muda's daughter will be unmasking at 1-2. So that was kind of exciting. We're going to see what that's about. They'll have big announcements later. I was sitting with a bunch of beautiful women. I have no idea why single guys don't go to Pro Wrestling Noah or Dragon Gate more. But hey, I'm a taking guy. We're saying Merry Christmas. We're getting ready to leave. I had a couple of the guys, people come by. We're saying people are packing up. They think it's over. Like, oh, there's Keno Soya. The main event's over. And I'll be honest, if they ended the show here, it's a perfect show. It is a goddamn perfect show. I didn't even fucking notice we didn't have that many matches. I thought every step of the way, this was the perfect fucking show. This was a huge win. People were pumped up. People were excited. Every match was, people cheered. Every match, people were going insane. We were packing up our stuff. I actually packed up my stuff during this match, and we're saying Merry Christmas, getting ready to leave. And then people started coming out. We're like, oh, I thought you were going to make announcements. There's another match? There's actually 2 more matches, but I don't think there should have been. I think up to this point, it is a perfect win. I think everyone is happy. I think you make a couple announcements. You send us home. It is the perfect fucking show. So I did pack up my stuff, and then when I left, I forgot it and had to come back. But yeah, there was a lot of Merry Christmases, a lot of how you do's, and we thought we were done. And then Hayata and Ogawa come out and like, what? But we just saw Gedo. The show's gonna go on. All right, whatever, dude. Maybe Kitamiya will be in this match. We're like, all right, we got one more big star left, and then Eita comes out. All right, there's Eita, not bad. All right, so who's the next guy? And we're thinking, who fucking cares? They can't ruin the show. Oh, they can. The next guy is Gedo. Gedo comes out, and this is the first time in Monday Magic I heard conversations not about the match. When you go to the Tokyo Dome, when you go to Korakuen Hall, it's a little bit bigger, so like you get business people just there talking away. This is the first time in Monday Magic that people were not focused on what's going on in the ring. There was a couple people that were like, dude, don't boo him. I joked, I wouldn't demand a refund, especially because I was a guest, but I said refund, and then I said, you ruined your company, why would you ruin ours? And that's it. No one wants to see the fucking 87,000th version of Bullet Club. No one wants to see that in Japan. No one wants to see House of Torture, and no one wants to see Gedo. It was fucking bad. It was horrible. There was chairs. It went from a live arena to dead. And I know Pro Wrestling Noah and New Japan, they want to work together. They want to work with everyone. The problem is it's mo spoilers, mo money, mo spoilers. The rich guys will always beat the poor guys. On top of that, let's see when New Japan shows up. New Japan and Noah is like you're with a bunch of beautiful women and your friends and you had the best beach party in the world. And then they come up like a piece of poop. Let's see. Oh, the sweep. Tokyo Dome. Muda's retirement. A lot of these tickets were already sold before you made the announcement. There's the poop in the pool. New Japan's there. Oh, Monday Magic. Did we sell out? The poop appears. It's just, I don't want to see Gedo. Like, you ruined your company. Don't ruin the other companies. And that might be the way to go. You ruined the company so much that there's not a Gaijin section anymore at Wrestle Kingdom. The Gaijins can sit wherever the fuck they want. Do you know why? Is it because they've learned a valuable lesson? It's because they can't sell fucking tickets in Japan. They're going to work together, and it will always hurt Pro Wrestling Noah. When they mentioned the New Japan and Korakuen Hall, people groaned and no one clapped. When Gedo came out, it killed one of the hottest fucking crowds in Shinjuku Face. And it was just bad. It was fucking horrible. There was chairs. They ran to the back. He came out. No one fucking cared. Ruin your company. Don't ruin the rest of the fucking companies. All right. There's a saying that my Japanese friends say. If you like Gedo and House of Torture, you best be on that fucking plane. Because, it was the fucking worst. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then the main event. Now, it's one of those things. I've talked to a couple people in Pro Wrestling Noah, and I'm like, they're either really dumb or they get paid by New Japan. It's one of the two. Because people that know in places are like, we don't get paid by New Japan. Then you're really dumb. It's one of the two. Gedo not being there, you have a perfect show. It was already sold out. You didn't advertise Gedo. You don't think you could have sold tickets with Muda's retirement? I wish you believed in your company as much as your fan base does. So yeah, Gedo was there and killed the fucking crowd. Hayata wins. I don't know. It's just a bunch of fucking bullshit. I ain't fucking recapping it. And then it's one of those things. You either get paid by New Japan or you're dumb. I think Kaito Kiyomiya and Oiwa come out. We're trying to pump it up. The crowd is dead. We're screaming. We're going crazy. And this is one of those things that either Noah is taking money from New Japan or they are dumb. There's no in between. There's no, we're not taking money from New Japan. Oh, then you're dumb. We're not dumb. Then you're taking money from New Japan. the crowd is dead. The first 4 matches are off the fucking chart. People are fucking screaming. Gedo kills the fucking crowd. It is beyond awkward. You send out, you try to recreate Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf with the tag teams taking each other. It gets a small pop, but we are trying our fucking best to get it excited. And it's one of those things. Noah hates Kaito Kiyomiya, or they're dumb. So, fucking New Japan kills the fucking audience. Gedo. I mean, hell, dude. I'm gonna fucking send someone out. Send Naito. Send Zack Sabre Jr. Send Shingo. Here's the thing. Noah fans and pro wrestling fans don't hate New Japan. They just hate fucking wrestlers that can't wrestle. So you send us Shingo, we're fucking high-fiving going fucking nuts. You send us Yota Tsuji, we're going fucking insane. But you send us fucking Gedo? You send us Evil? Yeah, I'm good. So what I mean by this is we're trying to get the audience pumped up. Everyone's fucking trying to get back into it. We're trying not to like fucking the Grinch that is Gedo ruin fucking Christmas. And they're either fucking dumb or being paid by New Japan. They do a slow start with arm bars. Crowd hot, dead. We're trying to get excited, and you're doing arm bars? Now, it's either deep down inside you hate Kaito Kiyomiya. It would make sense that, you know, Kevin Kelly and Wikipedia fucking Joe fucked them in the ass. Or you're getting paid by New Japan. Now, do you hate Kaito Kiyomiya? Or are you getting paid? Most of the offense went to Oiwa, and Oiwa is a great wrestler. I don't want my Gedo hate to be like, oh, you hate all New Japan guys. Not the case at all. I definitely hate Gedo, but not the case that I hate all New Japan guys. But the fact that you do arm bars and give the offense to Oiwa after fucking Gedo kills the crowd? Bold choice. I don't know if I would have went that way. Katakimiya does win with a roll-up, and it is fucking awkward. We're trying to make the best of it. Most of us are like, dude, this should have ended 2 matches ago. You had a perfect show. Why go on? But that's okay, because we have some fucking announcements. And like, oh, thank God we have some announcements, dude. All right? Monday Magic is coming back. I wanted it weekly for the whole fucking year, but it is coming back in April. Listen, if you're sold out, don't fucking invite Gedo. Matter of fact, don't invite Gedo ever. If you are sold out, you don't need to get fucked in the ass by a lion. That's life advice. If you are doing anything and you're sold out, you don't have to get fucked in the ass by a lion. So that, and also there'll be a pay-per-view. So the pay-per-view is pretty fucking badass. It is going to be called Wrestle Magic. It will be May 4th, and I will be going live, and it'll be on Wrestle Universe. But I think it will be a pay-per-view, so it's got to be extra. And I have a new rule when it comes to New Japan, Noah, and anyone else. If I have to pay extra, I'm just buying a ticket. All right? It's like, oh, this event, you got to pay extra. No, I don't. I'm going straight to fucking Larson and getting my goddamn tickets. I ain't fucking paying for a goddamn pay-per-view on a paid service already. But yeah, so Wrestle Magic should be amazing, and hopefully this builds up to being weekly. If you sell out, don't get fucked by the lion. That's all I'm saying. And if you are going to get fucked by the lion, Shingo, Yota, get us talented fucking wrestlers, okay? Ishii. Oh, nice pickup. Ishii, you're the fucking man. Get wonderful fucking pro wrestlers. Evil, suck my balls. Gedo, suck my balls. There we go. I was actually going to go to a New Japan event in Yokohama. It was fucking walking distance to my house. And then Evil was in the main event. I was like, I ain't doing it. Daga announces departure from AAA, and he'll be staying with Pro Wrestling Noah for the next step of his wrestling career. I just hope to see some great matches out of him. I'm kind of on the fence with Daga because he wrestled hurt at Korakuen Hall, and it wasn't that great of a match, so I'm hoping that he wrestles more like a Super Junior. I am rooting for him, but I am worried. So there you go. And tonight, a Korakuen Hall. I don't know when this will be up. I apologize. I'm actually 10, 15 minutes late for meeting someone to go to Pro Wrestling Noah. I'm on my way. It's like my phone's blowing up. Where are you? I'm re-recording Pro Wrestling Noah's review for the third time because my wife was sneezing and sleeping, and I messed up a few things. I don't know. Even if I messed up a few things, I have to go final. But yeah. So super excited about that. There'll be another review about Korakuen. I'm headed to Korakuen right now. I am officially 15 minutes late. Not to the event. I'll make it time on the event. I'm just 15 minutes late for my friends. I'll be like, oh no, friends, wait for me. But yeah, so Bear, are you sorry that I have to re-record stuff? You sleeping, Bear? She's now wide awake before. Anyway, listen, I want to leave you with this. If you sell out an arena, don't get fucked by a lion. Like, comment, subscribe. I am KocoSports on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and the mean streets of Korakuen Hall. That's where I'm headed. With that, I am over. Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Whoa, 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 whoop.